Well, hello there, and welcome back to Infinity Craft. Today we've got a lot of work to do. So if you weren't here last episode, a lot happened. We found this strange structure sitting here on this hill without these chests or signs around it. Didn't know what it was. It made me levitate, which is a little strange. So I asked it what it was. Don't question it. And it responded with beets and a bunch of double chests, all labeled beets. Precisely 30 double chests, all labeled beets. And I think you get where this is going. So in an effort to try and communicate with whatever this thing is and get whatever, try and extract whatever power it has to make things levitate from it, we're going to be doing some farming today, folks. You know, I just had a thought. I know, shocking. Before we do any farming, I'm going to see how many beetroots 30 double chests is. Oh, well then. That's quite a few beetroots. So I think it's time we start gathering materials because we're going to need a lot of them. So I want to have sort of an automatic / manual farming approach because I actually don't know which will be faster. So if we're going to do a partly automatic approach, the main resource is going to be villagers. That did not feel right to say. So we'll just need to add a few more beds to this building here. And now it's time for things to get real crazy in here. I just remembered I was supposed to give them bread, not wheat. There we go. And now we just let them do their thing for a while. There isn't really any way to put this. Oh wait, shoot, I still have more bread to give them. And now we wait. Okay, I've been AFK for about 3 days. And I hear a lot of villagers, which is actually not what I was expecting. Oh my God. Wow. The population has boomed quite rapidly. This is definitely a lot more than we need, but it will be nice because we can kind of just throw them around the city later and just put them in houses in the city so we can populate the city some more. Anyway, the next thing I have to do is watch a tutorial by LogicalGeekBoy to figure out what materials I need for the rest of this build because right now, I don't know. I was just guessing that I needed villagers and it turned out I was correct. Thank God. And I just realized my microphone was turned down super low in the last couple clips, so sorry about that. So I was watching the LogicalGeekBoy video and I was looking at the rates. If we want to use this farm, we're going to need to build it 15 times and AFK for 62 hours to complete 100,000 beetroots. So this is where my sort of hybrid approach comes in, where I build also a giant manual farm to supplement the output of these automatic farms, because sure, the automatic farms are convenient, but they sure aren't the fastest. And that is not in any part LogicalGeekBoy's fault. These farms are awesome, and they're really the only ones that I could find that seemed reasonable. All right, I finished watching the LogicalGeekBoy video, so now I know what I need to gather. But first, I think we need to get into engineer mode, because in this episode, we are going to have a lot of machinery to make. So starting out with materials, the first one's fairly easy because this is going to be, let's just say, a functional farm in terms of its looks. We're gonna need 1,530 stone, or 23.9 stacks. I guess it's time to go mining for a very, very long time. Snad, thank you. Can I take all of it? Sick. Snad acquired. Okay, after a lot of mining, we gathered up all the stone, and Noob of Doom was actually kind enough to gift us a bunch of sand, so this is a great start. But because I want to distract myself from gathering the next resource, let's do this. Let's make our armor trims do the thing that they're meant to do. Make our armor look all pretty. Okay, time to distract myself from the next resource. Make our armor look cool. Oh, great. Let's make it copper. Yeah, copper and this. Oh yeah, it looks nice. Sick. Now we're all cool looking and things. Wait, let's see how it looks with the chestplate on. Oh yeah, I really like that. But unfortunately now I have nothing left to distract myself from the next resource we have to gather. We have to gather like 1,200 iron. So I think it's finally time we built an iron farm this season, which is honestly becoming painful to even say out loud. But because I'm really not that great with redstone, I'm gonna need to follow another tutorial, so bye. All right, so I've got a materials list up on my second screen, and the first thing we need is about 2 stacks of glass, just some building blocks, some signs, and of course we need hoppers and a farm that's designed to get us hoppers. And now I need sticky pistons. Time to go find a slime chunk, I guess. And now I have to wait for slimes to spawn. Lovely. All right, we've got all the materials ready, so now it's time to finally build myself an iron farm. Oh yeah, and I also got a bunch of rail stuff because I realized we're gonna be needing to transport some villagers a very long distance. All right, so as I said before, these are going to be quite functional looking farms, so I just cleared out this big flat piece of land right here from this island, and we'll build the farm. You know, because today is not about making very aesthetically pleasing beetroot farms, it's about getting the beetroots. So he can try and talk with a big gray pillar. You know, I'm starting to think I may be actually insane. But anyway, folks, I don't really have anything to say about this design because it's not mine. So we're just gonna build this in the form of a third-person time-lapse. Let's go! Okay, the farm is all complete, aside from the villagers, but to make everything more efficient, including building the beet farms, I'm actually going to just bring out 2 villagers out here and just build a breeder, so we'll have more villagers out here for the beet farms and not have to transport 15 villagers. So it's time to steal some people. Okay, so I just realized I'm probably being very stupid in the way that I'm doing this. I can definitely just move these villagers through the nether, right? And now I need to very carefully break this minecart. Please, if I hit you, forgive me. Goodbye. Again, please forgive me if I hit you. Bye-bye. Okay, both of them are now transported to the iron farm, so now it's time to put them to work. But now I'm gonna need to build an even bigger box around them so I can begin breeding them. Right? So I can begin making them breed. There's no way to say that where it sounds normal. Why does this game have to be so weird? And now it's time to expand these villagers' world by letting them live in a slightly larger box. Lovely. And yes, I did have to texture this box, even though it is literally just going to be a villager breeder. I couldn't just let this be plain walls. All right, so I added a roof to this place because I think they need a roof to be able to breed. And I also made them librarians because I didn't actually know what would happen with farmers and the food and things. So let's just let things get crazy in here, I guess. Whoa, crazy. Oh, no, don't take my fireworks. Jeez. Let's let them do their thing. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Yeah, this is a lot of villagers. Well, I guess it's time to send them up this stairway to, very fun places indeed, where they'll have a lot of things to do. And here we go. The last villager is now on his way to his new, extended vacation. And there we go. No more escape from those extended vacation rentals. There we go, folks. The first iron golem is now spawned and dead. Lovely. It's working. Now I just need to AFK here for quite a while. All right, I've been AFKing for a few days now, and I've also done some slight modifications to the landscape of this island, but I think it's time we actually check how much iron is in these chests, because if they're like completely empty, this channel will not be on YouTube anymore. Well, that's a good sign. We're completely overflowing these chests, and yes, I did have to add in a second one because I was AFKing for that long. Okay, here we go. Way too much iron. This is way more than I need. I honestly just wanted to see all that iron. Anyway, so yeah, we have enough. So now it's sanding time, but not sanding as in sanding, but sanding as in like mining sand. That sounded absolutely crazy, and I'm fine with that. And as I was flying recording that last clip, I saw this island, and yep, this is probably actually the perfect place to mine sand. Lovely. So let's go. Okay, all the sand's been gathered, as you can see. There's a lot of it, but now we need to get rails, and thankfully, we built an iron farm. It's almost like I planned this or something. You know, before we do anything, I need to clear out some shulker boxes. But hey, if you like this sort of farm building thing, if you like the more technical stuff, maybe we'll do a stream where I build some farms. I feel like that could be really cool. So I can get myself a gunpowder farm, because currently my method for getting rockets is still just killing creepers, and it's day 25,000. Isn't that just lovely? Okay, we got a bunch of empty shulker boxes, and so now we can actually make some rails. Wow, I think that is more stacks of rails than I've ever seen in my life. Holy cow. Yay, and now I need to go get beetroot seeds. Time to spend more rockets getting back to the base. Okay, farming time. Okay, everything's been seeded up around here. We've gathered all the beetroot seeds, but now it's time for the dirtage. Okay, I've sufficiently single-handedly destroyed the entire real estate value of this location, and now it's time to gather a bunch of random stuff, like 2 stacks of levers. Wow, this is a very expensive farm. Okay, rails have been acquired. I was like, oh shoot, I need over a stack of hoppers, and then I remembered, oh yeah, that's why I built a flipping iron farm. But I am now ashamed to admit that that means that the bottleneck was my wood production, not my iron production. But now we have our hoppers. Oh my goodness, how did I manage to forget to do this? I was about to say, hey, let's start building the farm. No, I forgot to turn the sand into glass. Lovely. You know, I was about to build some lame-o mode, stupid town, basic smelter. No. We're gonna go full ham on this. Let's just whip up a super smelter right now. I have like 10 extra stacks of hoppers. So yeah, resources aren't really a concern for me anymore. All right, the super smelter's done, so I got all the glass. There's a lot of it. We're not going to talk about how long. Oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong attire. We're just going to forget about that. But now, getting back on track, I think it's finally time we get working on these farms after about 2.5 months of grinding Crucible and Destiny. So I'm just going to build one sort of like example farm just to sort of lay out a template. And then I think I'm actually going to stream building the other 14 layers. So, well, cheers, I guess, if you were able to catch that stream. All right, layer 1 is done. And that was shockingly painless, to be honest. But now it's time to just build 14 more layers, folks. So, strap in, because this is going to be quite the time lapse. All right, folks, the agony is finally over. All 15 layers of automatic beet farms have been constructed. But unfortunately, now it's time for Agony 2, Electric Boogaloo. Because when I began building these farms, I had the silly little goofy idea to not move the villagers in just as I built the farms, because I was quite a lazy boy at that time. Not a good idea. Now we have to move 14 villagers into their farms, one of them being like hundreds of blocks in the air. You know how long of a staircase I'm gonna have to build? This is going to be treacherous. But let's go get ourselves some powered rails, shall we? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I've been making a whole lot of progress on the base off camera. Oh nice, we already have a bunch of gold ingots. Gold ingots? What did I just say? But now we need to build a staircase up to the top of the beet tower. I just came up with that name just now. I like it. And this is probably going to be quite the staircase. So let's go. Okay, the stairway is now complete. It actually didn't take very long. I thought it would take a lot longer, but it was fairly quick. So now we just gotta bring the villagers up. And this is where I think the haha pain time is going to set in. Go. Okay, about 4 months later, the farm tower is finally filled to the brim with villagers, and it's already doing fantastic work at filling our chests with beetroots. As you can see, we already have a full double chest along with some change filled with beetroots, which is fantastic. So I think before we move on to the more labor-intensive part of this video, I'm just gonna sit here and chill out and AFK by this farm for a while and just see how many beetroots we can get. All right, I've been AFKing for a while, and yep, as is to be expected, we've gotten a lot of beetroots. That doesn't exist. Next, I need to begin the manual farming, which is a lot less fun. So I want to make a giant plot of land and just continuously farm it. And I think a good size for this plot is probably going to be 4,096 blocks, because that's 64 by 64. It's only 64 stacks of dirt. You see where this is going. We're gonna have to mine a lot of dirt. No, I just broke my shovel, and I just realized my computer's hard drive is so full that the replay mod recording automatically stops. Anyway, because my shovel broke, that's perfect justification to only build one platform. One 4096 block platform. I just realized this field we've built here is a massive waste of time. I harvested most of the field. I didn't want to completely destroy this diamond hoe and my life, so I didn't finish the entire thing. You know how much I got from all this land and about probably an hour of planting and then harvesting this field? Less than 2 shulker boxes. That's how much this automatic farm produces in like an hour, and I don't have to do anything. Come on, biggest waste of my time. This was like 5 hours of my time down the drain because I'm not doing this again. I'm just gonna let this thing chug away. Bye-bye. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Busy myself with the construction of infrastructure. Namely, we need a way to get these beetroots that are down in the storage system down here over to our anomalous friend who wants all these beetroots. And I think the easiest way to do that is going to be automatically packaging them to shulker boxes, which I can then easily just fly over to the anomaly. So it's time for more redstone, folks. Okay, after an absolutely hectic time setting this up, it's finally ready, and so now I just need to get the rest of my empty shulker boxes. Okay, got all the shulker boxes. This one's loading, so now we're off to the races, baby. Okay, about 3 hours later, and all the shulker boxes are filled. Well, not all of them. I still have a few that are full of junk, but this is most of my shulker boxes, and now it's time we make our first delivery to the anomaly. Okay, we're finally here at the anomaly, dropping off the first set of beets. After just a casual 4 months of farming beets. Lovely, isn't that lovely? Anyway, I'm gonna hazard a guess and say that this is probably where we want to put our shulker boxes. Just a guess. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. I don't know. Do we just like wait here? I think I'm gonna, whoa. Gee, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting about this. I'm just gonna wait here and let this process happen because I don't want these chunks to become unloaded because, you know, then the items will stop leaving the shulker boxes. So I guess I'm just gonna wait here. Wait, what am I thinking? This is what we have camera accounts for. Loading chunks. All right, folks, after having AFK'd for almost 4 real-life days now, I'm here with the last batch of shulker boxes, and it's time to start emptying them out into the anomaly, and hopefully, with these last few shulker boxes, we'll see something happen. I just want something at all to happen. All right, folks, I believe, yep, the second to last shulker box is now done emptying, which means it's time to start emptying out the last shulker box of beetroots. And oh my god, is this an amazing feeling. It has been, it's been too long. Since August. It's now February. So it feels very good to finally finish this project and move on to new things. At this point, it's not even about like getting anything out of this from the anomaly for me. It's been too long. I've lost sight of my original goal. All I want to do is give a bunch of crops to a giant building. I sound absolutely insane. Oh look, friends, but they probably don't see me and they've been here forever, presumably because I've just been AFK. Okay, but for real now, we actually need to empty out this last shulker box. So, oh my god, this is an amazing feeling. And look at that, the beetroots are magically just getting taken. Oh, look at that. There goes hours of work. Okay, folks, a few minutes later, and hopefully at least, the last shulker box is empty. Wait. What on earth? Okay, this is getting out of hand. The weird sign placement, the glowing red text, it's a little ominous, actually. I don't like the all caps, the period, the glowing red text. This is very ominous. And I also don't like that there is a button. I so very much want to press this button, but I'm very scared of what's going to happen if I do. What does this button do? Well, I just want to say, before I press this button, because I don't know what on earth is going to happen, that I really appreciate you all for watching this absolutely insane video. And that if this button somehow kills me, I want you to know that I am angry. Okay, let's press the button. What the f?